So this is the AI Stan Lee, and it's like a 3D hologram in a box, so it is sort of three-dimensional. When you're standing there, watching it. So let's go ahead and hit play on this because this kind of freaky. Here we go.
I'm here today as Hollow Stan to join you at the 2025 Los Angeles Comic Con. For decades, I had the thrill of spinning yarns about heroes and villains in that mighty Marvel.
Oh my God.
But the real heroes have always been you, the fans, whose excitement kept those stories alive. The world may be a little nutty now and then, but as long as we share our stories and imaginations, there will always be room for hope, heart, and heroism. So thank you for keeping the dream alive. Excelsior!
What do you think about the X-Men legacy being so tied to...
Oh, you can ask it questions?
It's AI.
I mean, that'd be the only point of making it AI, because I was like, he has tons of clips they could just
inspired by the civil rights
like
movement. Larry, I think it's safe to say that Stan Lee and the creative team drew parallels between the X-Men's fight for coexistence with humans and the real-world struggles of marginalized communities during that era.
All right, I'm going to pause it there to get everybody's thoughts. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's where it kind of gets me. Like, the first half, I'm like, okay, all right, I can kind of see why that may be sweet, even though it's still creepy and I'm not a huge fan of it. I can kind of see, like, just like a snippet as people walk by, maybe. I don't like that you can
stop and talk to it. There's more here.
That is what is crossing a line for me. Like, if it was just a nice message and it was on repeat or something, it's like, okay. The fact that you can, like, actively talk to it.
Wait till I explain how this happened, because there's more to this. But let's finish this. It's right. There's more questions. I mean, it's really... Go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
I mean, I'll just say, like, the beginning I thought was so useless, because, like, there's tons of video of him with that same message that they could just play and maybe do, like, a 3D thing with it. One, you don't have to do an AI Stan Lee. And the question things are kind of irrelevant, because, like, at best, it's drawing from his video interviews and maybe compiling something like that.
I wonder if there's any
pulling
clips
it from bullshit or just
right. Well, I wonder if there's any clips of people asking him things that are inappropriate, because you can literally ask him anything you want. Like he's here all day long just waiting to talk to people. Anyway, let's watch the rest of this.
This was a powerful way to address social issues through storytelling. The X-Men's legacy continues to inspire and resonate with fans today. Great question, Larry.
Another fan named Melissa. She wants to know, if you could pick one superhero who would save the world today, who would that be?
That's a great question, Melissa.
That question.
If I had to pick one superhero to save the world today, I'd have to choose Spider-Man. He's got the agility, quick thinking, web-slinging abilities to swing into action and tackle any challenge. Plus, he's a hero for the people, always putting their safety first. He's got a lot of heart, just like the fans who love him. Great question, Melissa.
To know what are your thoughts on the MCU and Marvel's legacy today?
We could go on, but I want to talk about Ronan has popped in. I'll wait for his camera to pop on. Okay, so how did they make this happen? So the company that did this is called Hyperreal Cartoon Studios. And here's the thing, they have all the legal rights of Stan Lee. Like, they have everything signed in on paper.
That sounds...
They created this Stan Lee, this AI Stan Lee, using it says here everything that is in the collection of Stan Lee's archived content. So anything Stan Lee has ever said or done in public or in writing has been fed into this AI. So this AI, without the personal, like, minus the personal and private thoughts that Stan Lee would have that he never shared with anybody, anything that Stan Lee did or said in public that has been like made available in archives, this AI has been fed all this information.
This is a problem waiting to happen. This is just a question off from it being really bad. And this is something that we already deal with, not just with AI, but people and just fans, where, like, you have, like, She-Hulk coming out, and people are like, oh, Stan Lee would have hated this. It's like, Actually, I think he would have loved it. Actually, it seems
Yeah.
right with what he was doing, and like people love using Stan Lee's like legacy to prove their agenda, and this feels like a step right into that. Where you could ask it, be like, is Marvel woke these days? And maybe he says something that maybe somewhat connects to what they're trying, and they'll clip it out and be like, look, Stan Lee thought this. He thought of it. It's like that is not a good representation. It could be, but there's possibility not a good representation of who Stan Lee was, what he actually thought. You could morph it to be whatever you want, and that is scary to me.
So here's the crazy thing. This AI knows that it is an AI. It knows when Stan Lee died, and it realizes it's just a continuation of Stan Lee's life. So it hasn't formed any new opinions since the death of Stan Lee. That's the way that's the guardrails they put into the AI. However, all new Marvel projects, animated and film, get fed into this AI so that he understands questions about those projects. So they're saying essentially you can ask Stan Lee what he thinks about movies and TV shows that came out after he died. I don't know about this one, you guys. Like, this to me is like,
I mean, you can ask him about, but it's meaningless. It's not Stan Lee.
Right. Ronan, what do you think about? What do you think about this?
Fuck. That's all I could think of when I first saw it. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" It's not even like a plaque. It's not a plaque that's it's lit up like oh, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, man. Like they won't let him rest. It breaks my heart seeing this. Like it's one thing if like at Hall H or like a concert, they have a holographic of just him saying Excelsior, and that's it.
Yes. Yeah.
But like the fact that he's here now is just like I could really describe how I feel in like terms, but I don't want to like. It just feels odd. I kept seeing this at Comic-Con, this broke my heart in my hometown. I'm like, somebody had to go with this, and it just like, regardless if they have the rights to him and all that, which just as much as seeing that scares me, that somebody outside of his family has the rights for all of him of that, and it's just like, nah. Listen, I'm a nerd.
See whose
I love
face
all
is
this
more
shit.
centered. So for the comments, I'm like, whose face is more centered?
There's lines we don't cross. That I feel like we've crossed the line there.
Get ready for the next line to be crossed, because the company that's doing this has a service called HyperVault. Now, guess what this service is? Yeah. Just take a guess on what this is.
Bring up the dead people back
for AI.
It is. It's basically you can document your life into a vault. So when you pass away, an AI will be as close to you as possible, so that your family members can still chat with you and talk with you even after you're gone.
That is, fuck, man.
Very dangerous.
Ethics. Like,
I mean,
like, fuck, man. Like something again. It's so corny and saying that something, just because something doesn't, something isn't beautiful because it lasts. Like, that's again, it sucks. We're all.
Imagine you're in the hospital in a coma and you've got like a 30% survival rate, and they're like, "We've got his AI. Just pull the plug." Just like we don't need him anymore. We can talk to him
for like an hour. We got you reserved for next Thursday.
Or we'll be like, pull his AI in. Do you mind if we pull the plug on you? No. I'd rather you just do that. Okay, pull the plug. Like, if the AI says
AI, pull the plug.
I'm gonna tell my AI no. Like, if I have a chance of living, give me a chance to live. Like,
what this reminds me of? Not for any youngsters here. I remember a while back. Jesus, we're saying a while back. Like what? Maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I remember watching Collider Live, and at one point they were reporting that someone was making a movie, and they had decided to bring back James Dean because he was the only person that can play this role, this type of character. It's like they were going to bring back James Dean using AI for this one role, and I was like, what the fuck?
Here's the crazy thing. A couple more little tidbits about this, and we'll move on to the next thing. But the HyperVault is so expensive right now. Only celebrities can afford digital assets at the moment, or people with a lot of money, because the average person can't afford it at the current time. Yeah. But the other thing is, there's a possibility that Marvel could license Stan Lee's AI to use as cameos in movies.
Oh no!
As the AI Stan Lee. There's a possibility that could happen.
No, I mean, in fact, I've been wondering if they, should pick somebody new to do cameos because I think it'd be fun. Maybe do.
I think an
Smith or something
animated
like that.
Stan Lee with like a voice
Like-
actor that's playing Stan Lee, like as like a homage to him, that would be fine
Or
to me.
there's other. Yeah, listen, I love Stan Lee. He's not the only comic book creator out there that has made
True.
Exactly.
Start using other people that are alive and would
Right.
love to do that.
You know
Create a
what?
new-
The closest
Exactly,
thing we have to
Brandon.
that with DC is Jim Lee. I think Jim Lee is
Yeah.
the most outspoken like comic book.
Hell,
I think
like,
Kevin
there's-
Feige in there. I don't care. Like
again, yeah, like you were saying, there, like Stanley was not the only person who was behind Spider-Man after all
Yeah.
these years. You know what? If you really want to get wild, get Todd McFarlane here. Get John
It's-
Romita Jr. Get all these people who left. Like again,
Mhm.
a lot of people, post Stan Lee, a lot of their works have been used for the films. So get in cameo
Yeah.
roles and do that. Like it shouldn't be exclusive to Stan Lee. I remember for a while, I'm like, you know what? Who's another person that's enthusiastic about comics and still is like almost an ambassador? Kevin Smith. Get Kevin Smith to
Yeah.
do these cameos and whatnot. Like it, and again, making something extend past the person who was part of this out of their mortality just feels ethically wrong, and it feels
Mhm.
like it feels not creative. It feels like this was it. It was the be all end all. We couldn't use anybody else, and it's just like
If it's between getting actual comic creators there and fucking AI Stan Lee, yes, it's actual comic creators. You know what? Let's get Chris Claremont some cameos. Fuck it.
whenever he would show up in during the X-Men movies, I remember I got giddy because specifically Chris Claremont, he's the godfather of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like the reason why most people know what the X-Men are now is based on what Chris and his it'd be John Byrne, whether it be Jim Lee, David Cockrum, like all of their other collaborators during most of their ones what been used for the past 20 years.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
fascinating to me that they're just saying like just use Stan Lee. And no, there's other
No.
people. And guess what? A lot of these other creatives never got good pay while they were working in the
Yeah.
comic industry. Go look at the comic industry history. They're paying bottom to dollars for what they should have done, and they've made now $1 billion franchise out of them.
Mhm.
It doesn't hurt to get a paycheck for doing a cameo for these creatives. It doesn't hurt at all. I just
Naruto. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Darren.
I was just gonna say, like, this reminds me to a bit of the conversation I was having a lot during when like Ironheart was airing, and kind of like replicates that a lot, where it's like instead of grieving, instead of being able to move on, you were stuck in the present. Because why would you have to grieve if they're right there? They feel as real as it is. And if this becomes a reality, I am very scared of what that means for our mental health and our ability to live in the present. What even is the present if no one can really die? Like that is some. Again, I know that's going down like a rabbit.
No, but
hole.
it's
I know
deeper.
I'm getting
But, and
into-
keeping them alive isn't keeping them alive. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you because it's an AI.
You know what's a
But
good
it's
example?
like-
Go ahead, Darren. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like we know that, but like
Yeah.
the younger generations aren't gonna know that. If we have a 7-year-old and we just give them AI mommy or daddy, what's the difference? Are they
Yeah.
gonna comprehend that's not my real mom and dad? No, that's
Yeah.
just be their mom. That is scary shit. That is like
In defense, a
futuristic
7-year-old would probably
shit.
know the difference, but when you're getting 5 and under, that's when you don't know.
Teenagers, like I was using a good example I saw the other day. People were like, we gotta, if for Star Wars, if we continue doing the New Republic, is Leia ever gonna show up? Are we gonna bring back Carrie Fisher through AI?
I feel
And it
like if there is enough public information about someone, they can make them sound pretty much like that person would have sounded to us as a celebrity. Because keep in mind, we don't know everybody's personal life. So if you just fed in like a Rock AI with everything Rock has ever done publicly, it's gonna sound like the Rock to us because all that AI needs to do is talk like the Rock that we know.
Yeah.
This is going to like undermine the concept of death if it goes this far. And again, like then you just have like how we live our lives differently, where it's like, well, I can die, it's fine, I'll be back. That'll be a
Or
very
what about this? What if it gets to the point? By the way, I'm gonna just do the super chat really quick. Thank you, Naruto, for the $2 super chat. Hello, Altered Carbon. It also reminds me of the Black Mirror episode where they brought someone's husband back as an AI, in a full.
Oh, with Donald Gleason. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
need
brought-
to watch that one.
Yeah. So they brought the person back as an AI, just like this, where it had all of the thoughts and memories of the person that they were with, but they gave them a physical body. Like it started out as just a chat thing, but then it's like now we have the option to put them in like a physical body that looks and feels just like the person you were with, except it's all Android based or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of this is happening. But I was just thinking, what if Stan Lee, if this Stan Lee AI gets to the point where they're like, we want Stan Lee to write Marvel comics again, so we're gonna let the AI Stan Lee create and write Marvel comics again.
No, I'm just so much against that. Like the whole point I felt of AI was to take menial jobs away from people, not to take art away from people.
Imagine number one Spider-Man in 2026, right? A brand new Spider-Man series written by Stan Lee as AI, the first ever AI written comic book by someone that has passed away.
Yeah, I am so no. It would just be recycled shit too, because that's all AI can do. No.
Yeah.
Also, there feel new weird now. Like a lot of us said, we send our our thoughts to the family and friends of Stan Lee when he passed away. People shared photos of taking photos with him, how much that meeting him meant to them a lot. Like that was a moment of like saying goodbye, and now it's like he's back.
Can you imagine being like a family member and showing up there and seeing him on stage answering questions from people?
Yeah.
Like, can you go up and say, "Hi, I'm your daughter." "Hi, I don't remember you. Who are you?" Like that's what it would say because they didn't feed it a lot of personal information.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy.